What's going on, man? We got a trade recap today for Tuesday, June 9th. Took a short here on NQ to this 1 hour sell side liquidity. So I'm going to go over the bias, what I sent out to the Discord this morning, and then I did record the live executions. I didn't talk much during the live executions, but I'm still going to throw them in there because I did record it. And then we will get into the recap and analyze and break down the trade. So daily bias, as always, this is what we look like coming into the market open in a daily gap. We've already rebalanced to equilibrium, and we had all this stacked sell side below. Because we're within a bearish daily gap, I'm only looking for shorts. I said, still in the same area as yesterday, ideally this is what I'd want to see with shorts, up to your own personal discretion whether or not you want to target this first sell side. This is the sell side liquidity that my trade ended up going towards. But because we're within a daily gap, like I said, there's nothing to target higher for me. And I actually said, wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate again today, like yesterday, because it was a no news Tuesday following a no news Monday. And we also have CPI, PPI, and unemployment claims coming out later this week. So it made sense to potentially just continue to consolidate within this daily fair value gap. But I only wanted to see shorts this morning coming into the market open. That's what we got. You can see the market opens here. We kind of re-sweep these highs and then get the sell-off lower. So with that being said, I'm going to enter the live trade right now.
Order filled.
There's no way, bruh. There's no way.
Order filled.
Bro, we literally edged the stop loss by that much, bro. Look at that. Crazy stop loss edge. So yeah, man, as you can see, crazy edge of the of my stop loss here. It's not the most safe stop loss, I'm not going to lie, but with where, here, I'm going to take off the executions here for a second, but with where price was upon my entry, that was the safest stop loss that I could have given myself, because I wanted to enter right after this candle closed, inversing this bearish bullish gap within the range. And because this is an entry where it should be a pretty fairly quick, almost instant break even, in my opinion. More times than not, this is going to be an instant break even, with displacement and being this close to the break even point. However, it wasn't. So hindsight is 20/20, and hindsight says, okay, I probably could have had a fully protected stop above the highest point of this swing high, and then have a limit order set for about a 1.2, gotten filled, had a lot more room with my stop loss. I just, when entering this kind of trade, you don't enter down here expecting for it to take 13 more candles to deliver to the break-even point because of how close it is. So more times than not, like I said, it'll be more of an instant break-even kind of trade, which is why I put my stop loss down to the lowest point that I could below these candle bodies here of this displacement leg. And yeah, fully honestly thought I was going to get stopped out 3.5 points away from the stop loss. Pretty crazy. And it just goes to show, like, when you enter a trade and you put your stop loss in a place you're content with and your take profit is in a place where you're content with as well, your only job from that point on is to go break even when you're supposed to, and then you either hit your stop loss or you take profit. Everything that happens in between that point is literally just noise. It's just noise. When like, if you got to treat it like back testing. When you're back testing your model, right? You're not sitting here watching each individual second of these candles form and getting emotional over each individual move. It's like you put on the trade, hit stop loss, hits take profit, and that's that. And you got to trust that your stop loss is in a safe place, your take profit is in a logical place, and you're going break even when you're supposed to. And if you're doing all those things, then, like I said, everything in between here is just noise. And I'm not gonna lie, like, you will get emotional, right? We are human beings. You're going to get emotional during this, but if you have to, like, literally just place your trade and walk away from the charts. It's a little bit harder for me because of my break-even points. Like, I have to be on here for the break-even, but yeah, as best as you can, like, just knowing that the statistics are in your favor, they're going to work out. Whether this trade wins or loses on a long enough time horizon, the odds are in my favor. So the end result of this one individual trade doesn't even matter. So kind of rambled on there, but the reason I was able to zoom in here and catch a trade was because, and this was actually the first swing low here, I was looking to take a trade to this sell side liquidity after this sweep of the highs. We got some good candle closes lower, and I was wanting to see us, completely honestly, I wanted to see us close below this internal low on the 5-minute to kind of confirm the move lower. We end up wicking it out, and then after that wick out, I want to see us close below this next candle wick, and we don't do that, and then we kind of just dumped, and it was kind of a poor delivery here, just no sort of entry for me. But I was looking to take a trade to that first sell side liquidity, and then from that point on, we just completely dumped and melted, and dumped lower, and we're still dumping right now. We might even come down. I mean, this is just the most textbook market maker sell model of all time. I even put this out on my Twitter yesterday, and I made a TikTok about it, saying, like, this is what I wanted to see for the weekly objective, and it's playing out to perfection on the very next day. Didn't think we're going to get this big of a sell-off, but that's why you just sit back and wait for the market to show you exactly what you want to see. And if it doesn't do that, then you just don't take a trade. But patient today, and it eventually did play out. After this 15-minute candle close here below this first sell side liquidity, that pretty much confirmed the move lower. But I didn't enter all the way up here because we were still almost 200 points away. Like I said, it is a no news Tuesday following a no news Monday. We have high impact news later on in the week. I wanted to see more displacement down into the range to further confirm the draw on liquidity. The next 5-minute candle opens up, we come all the way down here, and it's like, okay, we're making this move fully down. So if we get a good flip, a good retracement, and a good flip, I am good to enter. So I see we have this prominent 5-minute fair value gap that opened up. Yeah, just wanted to see a retrace and a good flip at this point in time. And that's what we got. We tapped the 5-minute. Eventually, let's see. This is so 10:30. Yeah, eventually the 15-minute fair value gap did open up, but that was after we had already come up to the 5-minute, tapped it, and I believe that might have been, yeah, that was, the 15-minute opened up right when I entered. So I'm already in the trade, and then the 15-minute opens up even higher, but because we tapped at the 5-minute, got the reactions that I needed to see, at this point in time, like, I'm not worried about the 15-minute above me. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, other than that, I don't really got much to say. Like I said, this displacement move tells me that we're going to go attack this sell side liquidity. And this would even be, I don't mark this out too much anymore, but like saying this is your clear market maker sell model, right? Boom, boom, from the daily gap. This is the clear market structure shift level. So what do? You can zoom in and find the internal model to that market structure shift level. I don't want to. I had stopped referencing this kind of analysis in my videos because I just wanted to keep things as simple as possible. But I do want to put this in here because this is also the way that my mind is thinking as well when I'm entering the trades, right? So this is kind of like the internal model targeting that high time frame market structure shift level because we have reasons for the higher time frame model when we zoom out. And like I said, this is the this is the 1 hour market structure shift level, and this then becomes the lower time frame market structure shift level, confirmed by these 5 15-minute candles. Like I said, the 5 15-minute candles gave me confidence that we're going to attack this 1 hour market structure shift level, this 1 hour sell side liquidity. That's been my target after I get confirmations of a pullback and reactions lower. Like I said, this is the way that I used to annotate every single trade recap that I used to put out because it makes sense to me with these market maker models, and the market moves based on market maker models, but it's just easy to overcomplicate it if you're not careful. So regardless, that's the trade recap. That's exactly why I went short. You don't have to make it that complicated, but once you understand the complicated nature of the market maker models, I think it really clears things up a lot more. But regardless, I mean, it looks like we're coming all the way down here, which is just a crazy sell-off. I don't know if there was some sort of news, some sort of Trump tweet that gave us this influx of volatility. Wasn't expecting us to dump 800 points once the market opened. But these are the days that you want to execute. I always say there's just going to be 1, 2, 3 good, efficiently good moving price action days. Today is one of those days where you want to be executing because the probabilities are in your favor when we're moving with this sort of volume and volatility. So that's all I got. That's a market recap. I'm not going to make this too long. If you want to join the free Discord, it'll be the link in the first link in the description below, and then code FST on all your favorite prop firms if you want to support me. I believe Alpha Futures is still running 25% off on all accounts, so take advantage of that while you still can. And other than that, that's all I got. Obviously, this is copy traded between all 3 of these accounts. And I have the balance. I have everything. I don't want to see this. Like, I have it marked out. I don't want to see this because I know if I just continue to execute each and every single day the way that I'm supposed to, the P&L and payouts, they're going to take care of themselves. But that's the trade recap. That's all I got. And also, there is no reason to have FOMO here seeing this because you don't know how far we're going to expand, right? I caught my piece of the pie. I beat the market for the day, and that's all I need to be content with, right? So other than that, that's all I got. Appreciate you watching, man. Trade recap. I will see y'all tomorrow in tomorrow's market recap, and we will see what kind of opportunity comes throughout the rest of the week. All right, peace.